Welcome back to the Rare Coin Archive. In today's exciting episode, we're diving into the world of rare coins, exploring one that has truly shocked the numismatic community. The 1991 2-cent coin from South Africa. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny 2-cent coin that's now valued at a jaw-dropping $4 million. So buckle up, because today we're going to uncover its fascinating journey, the unique features that make it so rare, and how this humble coin became a modern numismatic treasure. Before we talk about the $4 million price tag, let's rewind to the year 1991. This 2-cent coin was minted in South Africa as part of the country's standard currency. Originally introduced in the 1960s during South Africa's decimalization, when the old South African pound was replaced, the 2-cent coin became a small yet important denomination in everyday use. The 1991 2-cent coin is especially notable for its design. On one side, it features an image of two Cape sparrows, native to South Africa. The reverse shows the denomination 2C, the year 1991, and the words South Africa in both English and Afrikaans. While millions of these coins were minted, only a tiny number were produced with a unique and highly valuable minting error, and that's where the story gets really interesting. Among the 1991 batch, a rare error variation was discovered. Known among collectors as the 1991 2-cent Cape Sparrow misalignment error, this version was struck with a noticeable misalignment on the obverse side, causing the bird image to appear off-center or distorted. It might sound like a small flaw, but in the world of coin collecting, such minting errors can make all the difference. These types of errors are not only rare, they're prized. And in the case of this coin, it's estimated that fewer than 10 of these error coins were ever produced, making it one of the rarest modern South African coins in existence. Let's break it down. In the world of numismatics, one thing is always true: rarity equals value. Combine that with historical context, and you've got the recipe for a $1 million coin. Back in 1991, South Africa was going through massive political and social change. Nelson Mandela had just been released from prison, and the country was on the verge of ending apartheid. Coins minted during this pivotal era are now seen as historical artifacts, increasing their appeal and worth. As collectors and investors caught wind of the rare 1991 era 2-cent coin, demand began to surge. Over the years, its value skyrocketed from just a few cents to an unbelievable $4 million. If you have a 1991 South African 2-cent coin, take a close look. Here's what to look for. Misalignment on the obverse side. The image of the Cape sparrows may appear off-center or slightly rotated. Look for any distortion in the bird's outlines or the surrounding border. Make sure to check the overall condition. A coin in excellent condition with minimal wear will fetch a much higher price. If your coin matches these traits, you might just have one of the rarest coins in modern numismatics sitting in your collection. The discovery of this rare coin caused a ripple effect in the coin collecting world. Investors began viewing rare South African coins as tangible, high-value assets. Demand for coins from the early 1990s, especially with minting errors, exploded. Now, the 1991 2-cent error coin is one of the most talked about treasures in coin circles, and its story is far from over. So there you have it, the incredible story of a 1991 2-cent South African coin that rose from pocket change to a $4 million numismatic legend. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin proves why the hobby is so thrilling. Who knows? Maybe you have one of these rare gems in your collection right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of the Rare Coin Archive. Got any rare coins in your collection? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive. In today's exciting episode, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins to explore one that has stunned collectors and investors around the world, the 1970 South Africa 50-cent coin. That's right, this humble half-rand coin from 1970 has taken the numismatic world by storm. Why? Because of a rare variation that's now valued at an incredible $1 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $1 million. So buckle up, because we're about to uncover the fascinating journey, hidden details, and rising value behind this stunning piece of history. Let's rewind to 1970, a time of significant change in South Africa. The 50-cent coin had already been part of the country's decimalized currency system since the 1960s, replacing the older South African pound. These coins were primarily made from nickel, featuring on the obverse a profile of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator, and on the reverse, the coat of arms of South Africa, a national symbol representing unity, strength, and heritage. While millions of these coins were struck for circulation, something unusual happened during the 1970 mintage. A very small number of coins were produced with a rare minting error, and it's these coins that are now shaking up the coin-collecting world. This legendary variation is known among collectors as the 1970 South Africa 50 cents double strike error. In this variation, the coin was accidentally struck twice at the mint, causing a doubling of the design, especially visible on the text and edges of the coat of arms. This misstrike gives the coin a ghost-like double image, something that's not just visually striking, but extremely rare. It's believed that fewer than 10 of these coins exist today, making it one of the rarest South African coins ever discovered. So why exactly is this coin valued at a jaw-dropping $1 million? In numismatics, rarity is everything. Combine a low survival rate, an intriguing error, and the historical context of early 1970s South Africa, and you have a perfect storm for a collector's dream. On top of that, the global coin market has been booming. Investors are now turning to tangible assets like rare coins to diversify their portfolios. And with coins like this 1970 error piece, the demand far outweighs the supply, driving prices through the roof. Add in provenance. A few examples of this coin have sold in international auctions to private collectors, fetching hundreds of thousands, and experts now estimate the finest examples could easily reach or exceed $1 million. Now, you might be wondering, do I have one of these treasures in my collection? Here's how to spot the rare 1970 50-cent double strike error. Examine the lettering and coat of arms under magnification. Look for any doubling or shadowing, particularly around the edges and date. The second strike might be slightly rotated or offset. This is a key indicator of the error. Check for sharp detail. A well-preserved coin with minimal wear could multiply the value significantly. If you think you've found one, don't clean it. Have it graded by a professional numismatic service immediately. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1970 South Africa 50 cents coin, a piece of everyday currency that has transformed into a $1 million numismatic treasure. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, this coin proves that history, rarity, and a little luck can turn a small piece of metal into a life-changing discovery. Have you checked your old coins lately? You might just be holding a hidden gem worth a fortune. Thanks for joining us on Rare Coin Archive. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare South African coinage, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Tell us in the comments, do you have any coins from the 1970s? You never know what they could be worth. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive, where ordinary coins become extraordinary treasures. Now imagine this, a tiny, copper-colored coin from South Africa, just 5 cents in face value, recently sold for a shocking $9,500. You heard that right? A coin you wouldn't give a second glance, now one of the most coveted African mint errors of the 21st century. Today, we're talking about the 2002 South African 5 cents coin, and trust me, you need to check your collection after this one. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and stay updated with the rarest coin finds from across the world. This might just be the video that makes you dig into your spare change jar. Let's rewind. South Africa introduced the 5-cent coin in 1961 during its decimal currency rollout. By 2002, the coin had changed material several times for cost and practicality. The 2002 version was made of copper-plated steel, lightweight, 21 millimeters in diameter, and about 4.5 grams. It featured two things: obverse, the newly redesigned coat of arms of South Africa introduced in 2000. Reverse, a striking image of the blue crane, South Africa's national bird, wings slightly raised, mid-stride. Now, here's where things get really interesting. In 2022, a South African collector in Durban reported finding a strange-looking 5-cent coin from 2002. It had an unusual silver tone, felt slightly lighter, and looked off under a magnifying glass. After testing, experts confirmed it was struck on the wrong planchet, a disc not meant for this denomination. Add to that a possible double die error, and you're looking at a coin worth thousands. The coin sold privately for $9,500. So let's break it down. What makes this 2002 5-cent coin so valuable? Instead of copper-plated steel, the coin was struck on a nickel or aluminum-based blank, possibly a leftover from a 50-cent piece. This makes it an off-metal error, and collectors go wild for those. Using a loupe or magnifying lens, check the letters on numismatic Africa and the crane's feathers. If the design elements look doubled, you may have a double die strike caused by die misalignment. Coins that grade MS65 or higher, meaning no wear, scratches, or discoloration, can fetch massive premiums. The $9,500 coin? It was graded MS66. Near perfection. While over 210 million of these coins were made for circulation, only 3,250 proof coins were struck in 2002. Those are extremely rare and often show up in high-end collections. The 2002 5-cent coin features the first full year of the new South African coat of arms design. Some early 2000s coins were struck during the switch from bronze to steel planchets, a known period of minting anomalies. The blue crane is critically endangered, adding emotional and cultural value to the coin's artwork. Time to grab your magnifying glass and start hunting. Here are 5 quick checks to see if your 2002 coin is the jackpot. Standard weight is 4.5 grams. Off by more than 0.2 g? That's a clue. It should be weakly magnetic. Not magnetic at all? Or strongly magnetic? Could be an error coin. The blue crane and lettering should be sharp. If the design looks doubled or distorted, get it examined. Normal equals warm copper tone. If yours looks silver, gray, or gold, it could be a planchet mismatch. A real coin will have a smooth, even edge. Cast fakes may show seams, bubbles, or tiny air holes. Why not 2001 or 2003? Because 2002 was a transitional year at the mint. New coat of arms, material changes, and die updates meant greater risk for minting errors and greater rewards for collectors. Pro tip: check 2001 and 2003 5-cent coins too. There have been reports of off-center strikes and alloy mismatches in those years as well. One little coin, one overlooked detail, one moment of curiosity. That's all it took for a Durban collector to turn 5 cents into $9,500. So next time you clean out an old drawer, check under your car seat, or sort through piggy bank change, take a closer look. Because sometimes treasure really does come in small, shiny packages. If you found this story valuable, give it a like, subscribe to Rare Coin Archive, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a potential jackpot. Got a rare coin story of your own? Drop it in the comments and you might be featured in a future episode. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting. And remember, one coin can change everything. Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive, where spare change could turn into a fortune. Imagine this. A single coin, just 1 cent from South Africa, selling for more than $45,000. That's right. A coin most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up is now one of the most sought-after rarities in African numismatics. But what makes this 1988 South Africa 1 center so valuable? Why is this coin stirring up collectors around the world? And could you have one hidden in a jar at home? Stick with us, because this isn't just a coin story, this is your potential payday. Let's rewind. The South African 1 cent coin was part of the country's decimalization in 1961. It was small, bronze, and seemingly insignificant. By the 1980s, these coins were minted in the millions, used for bus fares, sweets, or just forgotten in dusty drawers. But in 1988, something unusual happened. A tiny number of 1 cent coins were struck with errors, the kind of errors that coin collectors dream about. On the surface, the coin looks ordinary. Reverse side, 2 sparrows perched on a branch, designed with naturalistic detail. Obverse side, the South African coat of arms, flanked by the country name in English and Afrikaans. But what hides in plain sight is the story of a wrong planchet, mint error, and flawless preservation. So, what makes this coin worth $45,000? Let's break it down. One known specimen of the 1988 1 cent was struck on the wrong metal disc or planchet. Instead of the standard bronze, it was struck on a nickel or aluminum bronze planchet, possibly from another denomination. This makes the coin a mint error, and mint errors can skyrocket value, especially when they involve a full metal mismatch. Look closely with a magnifying glass. On some rare 1988 1 cents, the text and details appear doubled, a result of misaligned dies during striking. Collectors call this a double die error. It's extremely rare and highly desirable. The high-value version of this coin was found in mint state, with no scratches, wear, or discoloration. It was graded MS66 or higher, meaning it's nearly perfect. For coins meant to be pocket change, that level of preservation is exceptional. Put these three elements together, and you get a 1 cent coin worth over $45,000. Of course, when a coin sells for that kind of money, scammers aren't far behind. So let's arm you with some quick tools to spot a fake before you get fooled. A normal 1988 1 cent coin weighs around 2 grams. Use a digital scale. Too heavy or too light? That's suspicious. Real 1 cent coins are not magnetic. If your coin sticks to a magnet, it's a fake or the wrong material entirely. Look at the birds, the coat of arms, and the rim. Real coins have sharp, clean lines. Fakes often look blurry, uneven, or off-center. Authentic coins have a warm, even bronze tone. If your coin looks silver, gold, or unusually shiny, it might be a planchet error or just a replica. Look at the edge. Genuine coins often have a smooth, uniform finish. Cast fakes may show bubbles, seams, or inconsistencies. Bottom line, if your coin passes all 5 tests, it's time to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Why 1988? Why not 1987 or 1989? Because 1988 was a transitional period in South African minting. The country was preparing to phase out lower denominations and switch materials due to cost and inflation. Transitional years often result in experimental planchets, repurposed dies, and inconsistencies, all perfect ingredients for rare coins. Pro tip: also keep your eye on 1987 and 1989 1 cent coins. Some collectors have found similar planchet and die errors in those years too. One collector in Cape Town reportedly discovered a rare 1988 1 cent coin tucked inside an old cigar box. It had a strange silver tone. After months of research and verification, it sold in a private collector's auction for $45,000. No hype, just a forgotten coin, a keen eye, and a little luck. Imagine checking your old piggy bank and discovering a treasure hiding in plain sight. So there you have it, the 1988 1 cent coin. A tiny slice of bronze that could change your life. From forgotten drawers to global auctions, it proves once again, no coin is too small to be valuable. If you learned something new, give this video a like, subscribe, and smash that bell icon so you never miss another hidden treasure. Got a rare coin story? Tell us in the comments, we'd love to feature it in a future video. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, one coin can change everything. Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive, where the coins in your pocket might just pay for your dream vacation or your next car. Buckle up, because today we're diving into a modern-day treasure, the 1995 South African 5 Rand coin, a coin you've probably handled dozens of times, now selling for up to $6,000. That's right, one overlooked coin, one life-changing discovery. But before we reveal why this everyday 5 Rand could be your next big payday, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you never miss the next rare coin alert. Trust me, you'll want to stay ahead of the collectors. Let's rewind for a second. In 1994, South Africa introduced the 5 Rand coin to replace the paper note. The design was bold, modern, and secure. On the reverse, a powerful black wildebeest in full stride, a stunning design by artist Arthur Sutherland. On the obverse, the classic South African coat of arms bordered by the country's name in English and Afrikaans. But then came 1995, a transitional year. And that's when things got interesting. A small number of 1995 5 Rand coins were struck with serious minting errors, making them ultra-rare and highly valuable. Here's what you need to look for. Some of these coins were accidentally struck on the wrong metal disc or planchet. Instead of the normal nickel-plated copper, a few used different alloys, possibly from other coins or countries. These off-metal strikes are extremely rare and they send collectors into bidding wars. Under magnification, rare specimens show doubled images, most often in the coat of arms, date, or lettering. This is known as a double die error, a favorite among collectors because it proves a mistake in the die-making process. Coins meant for circulation get scratched, scuffed, or worn down. But a few 1995 coins were preserved in mint state condition, graded MS66 or higher. These flawless examples are extremely rare, and that perfect preservation is what pushes value into the thousands of dollars. Put these three factors together, wrong planchet, double die, and mint condition, and you have a coin that can sell for $6,000 or more at auction. Think you might have one? Here are 5 quick tests to check your coin before you call the appraiser. A standard 1995 5 Rand should weigh around 9.5 grams. If yours is too light or too heavy, that's a red flag it was struck on the wrong metal. Use a magnifying glass. Check the date, text, and coat of arms. If they appear slightly doubled, especially at the edges, jackpot. You may have a double die error. High-value coins have no scratches, discoloration, or wear. If yours looks untouched, store it safely and get it graded. Real coins have reeded, grooved, edges clean and consistent. Fakes often show seams, casting bubbles, or uneven edges. If your coin passes these tests, don't clean it, that could reduce its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade could turn your coin into a serious payday. 1995 was a unique year. South Africa was undergoing economic and production changes. New minting technologies, metal sourcing issues, and transitional dies meant more room for errors and anomalies. It's the kind of chaos that makes collectors very excited because rare errors tend to sneak through unnoticed. One coin enthusiast in Cape Town found a strange-looking 1995 5 Rand in a drawer. It had a weird gold-silver tone and felt lighter than normal. After getting it authenticated, it sold for just over $6,000 in a private sale. Not bad for a coin that could have ended up in a parking meter. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change jars, glove compartments, old wallets, even that dusty piggy bank you haven't opened since high school. Your next vacation or investment could be hiding in plain sight. If you learned something today, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Rare Coin Archive for more rare coin alerts and tap that bell icon so you're always first to the treasure. Got a rare coin story? Share it in the comments, we might just feature your find in our next video. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting. And remember, one coin can change everything.